Welcome everyone, I'm PoloMint Peeper and today we're looking at Elder Scrolls Online. This is version 2.0 point something or other, basically the latest version as of the 26th of March 2015, and this is my Khajiit, Stilisto. He is a Nightblade and he is part of the Aldmeri Dominion, I'm not really sure how to pronounce that, and I will be playing him as basically like a thief type stealth character. I'll probably actually just be stealing everything that isn't nailed down and fencing it, as I generally play that way in like the Elder Scrolls games, the single player games. So yeah, with the new justice system, well, quite kind of new justice system in this game, it should be quite interesting. I'm also kind of probably going to lean towards like a DPS type character, like maybe dual wield damage, kind of get in there, do a lot of damage, and maybe shadow cloak back out, rest a bit, then back in, bit of damage for when I'm doing dungeons or whatever. That's the plan anyway. So let's get to it. You would have noticed it actually asked me there whether I want to skip the dungeon, the tutorial section essentially. That's because I've actually got another character. He's a level 17 Dragon Knight. And yeah, I've played quite a bit of the game with him so far, but I still would say I'm quite new to this. I still don't know everything exactly. But yeah, you can play this first person or zoom all the way out for third person. He looks like a tiny wee toy there. But I prefer actually playing, see about there, over the shoulder type. And I'll play for first person now, just so as you can get a kind of look at it.
Whoa there! Are you alright? The name's Lyris. You've still got some fight left in you.
And Lyris here will be our guide through this dungeon. Yeah, so I play most of my Elder Scrolls game first person, but I would say playing this game first person is actually a bit of a hindrance. Even though the game still looks really nice with first person up close, all the textures and all that look very nice for an MMO. But yeah, third person is probably easier for combat, although this combat's extremely easy. This is very basic. You will not be killing any Daedra like that so easily outside of this dungeon. I do not want to know what is behind that door, so let's get out of here. And another tutorial. So it's just basically when an enemy's winding up their attack, you get this tail, which is those white lines coming out. And if they're winding up like a spell, I think it is, I'm not really sure, I think it's a spell, it'll be red lines like that. And you just hold block and then attack while holding block, and it kind of is like a parry type thing.
Out of here, my friend.
Yeah, I would suggest picking up everything from this dungeon.
You, I'm a prisoner in this place. You must rescue me, and I in turn must rescue you.
You might recognise that voice.
Come here. We need to... The Prophet. He's a prisoner here too. It was very dangerous for him to speak to you even for a moment. You must think you can help me. Break him out, of course. Believe me, I can use all the help I can get. That blind old man is the only person alive who can help us get back home. Tamriel's a long way from here. These tunnels will eventually take us to the Towers of Eyes. That's where we'll find the Sentinels. Magical constructs created by Molag Bal to guide his vision in Coldharbour. The Sentinels are connected. If we destroy one, the others will be blinded. With any luck, that will buy us the time we need to free the Prophet. I've no idea. Brute force? We'll find a way. We have to. Be ready for anything. I doubt Molag Bal left the Sentinels unguarded.
We can obviously ask her more questions, but basically it just goes into a lot of dialogue that isn't really that useful.
We should keep moving.
So yeah, let's just skip that. Our first kind of real fight. This guy looks badass, but yeah, he's level 1. He's pretty weak. So yeah, we're using everything we learned. We stun them, and then if you do a heavy attack, you can knock them down. And that's us leveled up.
Well played, friend. Arcade's beard, you are good in a fight.
What a size difference between us two.
A god of brutality.
She is half giant, right enough.
Hurry.
Okay, so actually level up here just now. So for this build, you would assume that I would be using stamina, but most of the skills I'm pretty sure use magic. I don't know if we can change that later on, like so that it uses stamina instead. But yeah, I'll think me over these skills. They seem to all be used a certain amount of magic. So yeah, but I'll probably just put points into health and magic at first anyway. So yeah, maybe magic just now. No, actually I'll just put it into health. Yeah, better safe than sorry. Can't go wrong with a wee bit more health. And we can use a skill to add to our hotbar here. So Strife, I actually really like Strife. I've used this before. Yeah, so what that does is kind of like absorb health from the enemy and give it to yourself. Very handy. And yes, search everything in here. If you're playing through this for the first time, just pick up generally everything. The only things that I'll maybe leave behind are the ingredients for like food, because you need the recipes at first. So if I don't have the recipe, I just leave the ingredient. No point in stocking up on it.
Can see every part of Coldharbour. We need to distract him.
And now we are out in the wild, kind of. Still in a dungeon obviously, but we are in amongst other players. So you'll see other players kind of running about. This is kind of like a good wee area. You can search, obviously an attack, using that skill, absorbing. All the enemies around here are very, very easy. So yeah, this area is good for just searching for everything. So all I'm finding is actually food ingredients. As I said, don't really want it. Found some natural water there though, which you need for making potions for alchemy. So yeah, you may as well just pick that up, because yeah, making potions I think will be a huge deal for my character, because before doing dungeons and things, it's good to kind of like take a potion that kind of boosts your health or magic, you know, before going into a big fight. Chest, two-handed, may as well swap to that one than now. Yeah, it does more damage. Although I'm wanting to dual wield as soon as possible, so I'll be looking for basically 2 swords or 2 knives, or you know, 2 one-handed weapons. Yeah, they're a wee bit tougher. Oh, bracers of stamina, let's equip that. Yeah, nice. So I think you could actually stay here for a while and you know, just kill enemies in the hope to get like level 2 type armour type stuff from them, but it's really not worth your time. You level up so quickly at the beginning anyway. You know, I mean, you're level 4 before you know it, so I wouldn't stay here too long. This is a good area also for getting lockpicks. For some reason when you're in like Daedra type places, the chests and all that seem to give you lockpicks. Staff of Frost. Don't know whether they actually equip that or not. More water. Yeah, usually, I mean, the first time I played through this, I searched every single container, everything, and I was picking up everything, including all the ingredients. But for this video, let's head to, well, we'll kill this guy first. See if he drops any more rawhide. Rawhide you can use for crafting, for making leather armour. So obviously that's very handy, because I think I'll be wearing either light or medium armour. Probably medium I think I can get away with. Okay.
Who taught that one to fight? The god of self-punishment?
Get some distance from that. Oh, what's it called again? Whatever my skill is in absorbing the health. You can actually do it from some distance. It's actually very handy. Yeah, you have to come up here and sneak. I don't know where that person went to it and just decided to fall off the side there. And that's it. So yeah, if we make our way back down.
Quickly, while he's blinded, we must get to the Prophet's cell.
Okay, oh crap. Oh my god, I almost died. I don't know what happens if you die in the beginning area. Oh shit. Oh, thank god the enemies are very easy here. That was a bit close. A bow. Actually, let's equip that bow and see, because a bow is something that I think would be definitely handy having, like to switch to. At level 15, you get the ability to press like a button to switch between your weapons. It's extremely handy, obviously. So like maybe you'd be able to attack from distance with the bow, and then when they get close, switch to your dual wielding. So I'll be looking to do something like that, but that's a long ways off.
If there were 3 of you.
Oh, seriously. Right, let's find this chap. Oh no, it's this gate.
None can escape my prison of Coldharbour.
Hermamora's wagging tongue. The door's warded. We'll never get in this way.
Lockpicks. Yeah, you want to get as many lockpicks as you can. They are so handy.
Damn it. Destroying the Sentinel must have triggered these wards. We'll need to find another way in. Maybe Cadwell can help us. Cadwell is the oldest of the Soul Shriven. After years of torment, Soul Shriven usually go insane and turn feral. But not Cadwell. He was already insane before he left Tamriel. Mad as a box of frogs, but completely harmless. You'll see. Cadwell sees things as he wishes them to be. To him, Coldharbour is a wondrous place. It's his home. And he knows it like the back of his hand. He's usually down by the river. Let's go find him.
And you may recognise the voice actor for Cadwell here.
One fine day in the middle of the night. Hello, what's this? Out for a stroll then? Lovely day for it. Sir Cadwell, yes indeed, a pleasure. And fair Lyris, good to see you, my dear. How are you then? Oh dear, well that is inconvenient, isn't it? Tell you what, I happen to know another way in. Much more of a scenic route. Rather a fun little jaunt actually, full of traps and corpses and nasty beasties filling up the bits in between. Rather cautiously, I expect. Watch your step, hold your nose, and do mind the traps. There'll like as not be a fair dose of running and skull bashing as well. Follow the river. You'll find the door to the Undercroft at the water's end. Once you're inside, stick to the light, and you'll find a ladder that will take you right up to the Prophet straight away. Do give him my best. Best of luck. Do check in now and again, won't you?
And I would love to stay and chat to John Cleese here, but let's move on.
Cadwell seems to think this Undercroft is a delightful place. Probably means it's a death trap. Better be careful.
Let's switch. I was going to switch. Yeah, switch back from the bow actually, because it'll be close quarter combat. I've not really gave the staffs a chance. I mean, I know they're like the fire magic, but I've never really used it. May as well use it here since the enemies are that easy anyway. And this is the lock picking. It's very easy. Obviously this door's extremely easy, but all you do is hold in the button until you hear it shake slightly like that, and then you let it go. That's, I mean, I've put no points into lock picking in my other character, and I've managed to lock pick like master chests, because the only thing is like you get less time, so you get like 15 seconds or so. But if you're quite quick at it, it's still very easy. It doesn't, like, the mechanic doesn't change any. So yeah, once you kind of master it, it's very, very easy. Assassin's Blade. We may as well save that for a close quarter type attack. So when an enemy, can't speak. When an enemy is in close, I can stab him with that. Okay, let's just take all the weapons and stuff around here, because at the very least I can deconstruct it at the smithing. Chess. Oh, a one-handed mace. That means, yes, yeah, I'll pair that up, so I'll have the sword and the mace. We can actually dual wield now. Looks actually fairly badass. Let's try it on this skeleton here. Oh, get back here. No. And that's the dual wielding increased to 2 already. Iron boots. Sabatons. Nope. As I said, just leaving all the food ingredients here. Don't have the recipe, so don't care. Oh, accidentally chatting to her. Nope, come on. At the very least give us lockpicks. Coffee, no. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Shield. Yeah, let's take that. I can deconstruct that. I shan't be using this shield, but we can always use that to level up our woodworking. I think these have all been opened. I think if I like kind of went around in a circle enough, the chest would kind of respawn, but yeah, at best you're probably going to get a level 2 item, so it's not really worth your time. I'm not sure about the dual wielding, like, I would assume having 2 knives would be best, like, but I don't really know how it works, like weapons wise. Is it just any kind of 2 one-handed weapons and it doesn't really matter? Like, because it's still, I mean, I'm a lower level character. Oh, lockpick. So it doesn't really, you know, I'm not sure whether it feels kind of slow, basically. But I am very low level, so, yeah. Anything, there should be a chest around here that I think that's already opened. It is. When I played the beta of this about a year ago, the amount of people in this area was insane. It was like, see right now we're seeing like 3 or 4 bodies around us. Yeah, it was legit like 15 to 20 other people all in this one area. It was meant, I couldn't even see the actual enemies, and the enemies would only be there for like a second or 2 because everybody was attacking them. Yeah, I did not have a lot of fun with the beta at all because of that. It was glitchy, it was, you know, things you would expect, but I was just like, yeah, this is like Skyrim, but full of arseholes. So it put me right off.
It's going to be up to you to keep him safe and get him back to Tamriel. I'm not going... There's a trick to opening the cell. The only way for a prisoner to leave is for another living soul to take their place. I need to swap places with the Prophet. Believe me, I wish there was, but I don't see anyone else here with a beating heart, do you? If Molag Bal isn't stopped, he'll destroy everyone and everything we've ever loved. Once it's done, get moving. The Prophet will know where to go, but he'll need your eyes and your protection.
So basically, we just kill any Daedra that spawns here. But as I was saying about the beta, it was like, it felt so populated, and I assumed that's kind of what the game was going to be like. I was like, why would I, like, every time I'm doing a quest, it's like, and that is why it's good being the third person over the shoulder. See that? You can see the area of effect attacks. In first person it's a lot harder to detect, but in this third person view you can dive out the way. So it's probably best playing it in this kind of viewpoint. Some people actually play it with it like really zoomed out, but I prefer it kind of like this. and we'll try and put her out on misery. Activate that and do the swap. And you'll recognise the voice actor here. This is Dumbledore, or you know, Michael Gambon.
Freedom. Thank the divines you are safe. There is that at least. There sacrificed everything that we might go free. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. I wish that were possible, but I promise you, once we escape Coldharbour, we will find a way to rescue her together, Vestige. That is the name I have given you. You are but a trace of your former self, a soulless one, an empty vessel that longs to be filled. It is as the scrolls foretold, but not exactly as I imagined. That is what I've come to be called. My true name is lost even to me. Years of torment have taken their toll. Quickly now, we must make haste to the anchor. The anchors are Daedric machines of the darkest magic. Their chains bind our world and pull it towards Coldharbour. I can use one of these anchors to return us to Tamriel, but you must lead me to it.
So these anchors, they're basically Oblivion gates. If you've played Oblivion, that's generally what they are. When you're out in the wild, in the game world, these random encounters can kind of happen. It basically opens up the sky, and if you're near, it starts a kind of phase type enemy elimination type thing, where you eliminate like 3 rounds of enemies and you can sometimes get decent loot. So yeah, it's this game's equivalent of Oblivion gates. Although it's a lot cooler, because there's like, when an anchor opens up, the noise, it's just insane. It's just like loud and thunderous. It's very, very cool. Rawhide bracers, but I'm already wearing some. Generally I am looking for lockpicks like that. This area is full of them, and I don't like buying anything in the game world, so let's just pick up as many as we can. The final section of the tutorial.
Well done, mortals. But this is the realm of death itself. The armies of unlife are endless.
Child of Bones. Now, it looks badass, but yeah, we are being healed the whole time by the Prophet, and yeah, we'll just keep doing circles and using our skills. It's a very, very easy fight, obviously. Gold and an amulet. Let's equip that amulet. 106 maximum health and increases health by 88. Nice.
The Dark Anchor's portal is high above us. I will prepare a spell to lift us to it. But first you must reattune yourself to Nirn in order to regain your physical form. To do this, you will need a Sky Shard. A shard of ethereal magicka that carries the essence of Nirn, some linked into Lorcan, the missing god of creation. If you collect and absorb its power, it should restore your corporeal form. I will summon one of these shards for you to absorb.
Sky Shards you can actually collect in the gaming world as well. You collect up to 3 and you get a skill point to spend. And for every 3 you collect, you keep, I think there's like over 300 in the gaming world. So for every 3 that you collect essentially, you get to spend a skill point, so it's very, very handy. I'm just going to go around here and checking all these crates for water and lockpicks. While I do that, I will just chat about what I've found in this game so far. So I said earlier about my other character, my level 17 Dragon Knight, and I've mainly been playing solo. I've done like the Spindle Clutch dungeon, and that's like a group dungeon, so I grouped up with a bunch of strangers, and it was actually quite good. I was dreading it really, because there's like, usually, you know, games multiplayer, you get your fair share of arseholes, and I was expecting, nobody's going to work as a team, but yeah, we're all actually working, we're all doing our jobs essentially. So I was tanking, you know, the healer was healing, you know, the DPS was doing a lot of damage, so that was quite good. So I've enjoyed that. Like, I've enjoyed that you can play it how you want to play it. So there's no real, if you're playing through the game, like not doing PvP, you can play exactly how you want to. Right, we may as well pick this up and use it. And that's us. Completed the tutorial.
Dragon God of Time, I require your strength.
So yeah, if you're thinking about picking this up, as it is obviously now buy to play, one-off payment, no longer monthly fee, you can generally just play it how you want to play it. Don't stress about, I don't know if I should be spending points in that. You know, just do whatever however you want to play it. Whee! Oh, it's pretty nice actually. Right, here, I noticed this the first time I played through a tutorial. Listen to the Prophet's voice now. This is definitely not Michael Gambon. This is somebody else. It's, well, as soon as it loads. Oh, I fell down.
The vestige awakens once again. Come here.
Right, listen to this.
As I feared, we arrived in different locations. I am in a city near the sea in a land of eternal spring. The air smells of the ocean and of markets and gardens. It matters not. You have awakened once again, and we must set you on your path.
That's not his voice.
Weeks, I cannot tell. The voyage between worlds disrupted all sense of time and space. I know only that you were deposited into the sea, and some charitable soul fished you out and brought you to dry land. I'm afraid you'll have to decide that for yourself. I must focus on searching for a way to repay Lyris's bold sacrifice. I cannot simply abandon her to the wrath of Molag Bal. I cannot foresee that, not yet. But we will meet again. There is still much we need to accomplish. Be wary, Vestige. Our very plane of existence is in peril. The threat of Molag Bal looms across all Tamriel, and chaos spreads in its shadow. Danger roams the land and will assume many forms. Do not let it catch you off guard. You must find your own path. But perhaps there is a reason for the place in which you find yourself. Explore. Search for a cause to lend your hand. Join with others. You might even seek out those who rescued you from the sea. The choice is yours.
Right, we can ask him all different things, but I'll just quickly skip through this. It doesn't really tell you much. But yeah, I don't know why they've got a different voice actor to do this bit. I don't know if they either recorded dialogue and they had to change it at the last minute, so they just got someone else in to do this bit, because for the rest of the game it is Michael Gambon. So it's very, very weird. Bookshelves, yes, check every bookshelf. We'll get into that in the next video actually. Oh, get star metal, which we can use to make gear, and a recipe. So we've learned how to make melon jelly. Lovely. Oh, and before I go actually, just remembered my monkey pal. Where is he? Because I played the beta about a year ago, I get this monkey, Raisins. I don't think he actually does anything, but you know, he follows me around. One wee monkey. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, let us know. Give us a wee like if you want to see more. And yeah, there'll be another part up soon. Bye!